I want to tell you something about my brain. Not my eyes, my brain. I was born with ocular albinism type 2, and most people hear that and think vision problem. It's not a vision problem, it's a brain condition. And here's what the research actually shows. Ocular albinism causes something called chiasmal misrouting. Normally, visual signals from each eye split. Half go to the same side of the brain, half cross over. In people with albinism, almost all signals cross over, 84 to 100%, according to research published in the Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science. A study in the European Journal of Neuroscience confirmed that the visual cortex itself structurally reorganizes. The brain rewires around the deficit, and that's not a metaphor. That is the literal neuroscience of what happened inside my skull before I was old enough to walk. So what does a brain wired differently from birth actually build? I started breakdancing as a kid, learning to move your body through space when your depth perception is compromised. It's not a disability. That's a spatial intelligence developed under pressure. I did Taekwondo, 90-degree spinning reverse kicks, landing on target. Is no longer in your field of vision at the moment of impact. You know what that requires? A spatial map of the world, built entirely from memory, anticipation, and kinesthetic feel. No binocular depth perception, no visual confirmation, just the map your brain built. I played basketball, 3-pointers, no problem. People ask me how. I couldn't really explain it then. Now I can. My brain learned to calculate trajectory without the visual feedback most people rely on. It built a different system. And then I started competing in bodybuilding in 1994, my first show. I had one more thing working against me. Clinically low testosterone, not borderline, clinically low. The hormonal foundation most coaches take for granted. I didn't have it. I competed anyway. 19 shows across 22 years, multiple first place finishes at Nationals, Provincials. Not because I ignored my biology, because I stopped trying to override it and started learning what it actually needed. That's where the recovery first methodology came from, not from a textbook, not from a certification, from 33 years of being forced to understand what has to happen inside the body before effort can produce results. I'm 52 now. I still train 3 to 4 times a week with Robin, my wife. I still box a heavy bag, not because I'm trying to prove something, because genuine athletic expression doesn't have an expiration date. My brother Frank has the same condition. A family member's newborn was just diagnosed. And if you found this video in the middle of the night trying to understand what your child's life is going to look like, I want you to hear this directly. The brain they were born with is already building something you cannot see. Your biology is not your ceiling, and it never was, and mine wasn't either. Training creates a signal. Recovery creates the change.